Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You slept the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, Cece. Just spilled tea on me. Oops. Good morning, y'all. Hey. Good morning, Chrissy. What up, what up, what up? How is everybody doing this morning? Good morning. This lovely Saturday morning. Good morning. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, girl, hey. Good morning, Holly. Hey, Diane. Hey, Mel. Good morning, guys. Thanks, girl. Thank you, Mel. What up, Mike? Okay. So, I saw one of Lottie's posts. If you're not following Lottie, you need to be following Lottie because she keeps up with like all the clips. She's good. She always has everything. Anyway, I saw one of her videos that came on. Hey, Sin Mommy, good morning. I saw one of her videos that came on. Hey, Jilly Bean, this morning. And it's a prison call. Thank you. It is a prison call. Hey, girl, hey. Prison call. Hey, girl, hey. Between Gypsy and who is it? I think it's Melissa Moore, but I could be wrong. It's definitely one of the people who interview her. I want to say it's Melissa Moore, though. Anyway, hey, Gordy. We'll wait a few minutes before we start just because, you don't want people to come in and be like, what we listen to? But she is talking about how Dee Dee tried to date. Like, Dee Dee tried to date and how she basically wouldn't let Dee Dee date, which is crazy considering Gypsy's whole thing was, oh, well, she wouldn't let me talk to guys. Well, damn, girl, you didn't let her talk to guys either. Hey, New Orleans. Hey, Hazy. Good morning. Are you hazy this morning? Yeah. A little smoky. Wake and bake. Yeah, did you hear it? We're going to listen to it. We're going to listen to it. Hey, Audrey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You slept the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. I know, I don't have me an energy drink. I've been up and going, being in the garden already. I got to do some work in the garden. It has been kind of storming here, and it is just messing up my little garden, the winds and stuff. So I've got some boards I'm going to cut, and we're going to get it together. Okay, so here's the call. Let's get into it. Let's have some fun.
So it's clear for you, too, is to do 6 hours. We're going to have...
Oh, how was my kid's first day of school? It was good. It was good. Jacob was a little upset by the end of the day. By the time he got home, I think it was just because the day was so long, and he hasn't been getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning all summer, And his water, he's in 5th grade. His water had spilled out of his water bottle into his backpack, and honey, he was pissed. He was pissed when he got home. So, and he's usually not, he doesn't get worked up a lot. So it was like, oh, he was tired because he was having a meltdown. But my oldest son's first day, he's in 11th grade. He just started yesterday. It was good. And then my daughter, she is in 8th grade. Her last year in middle school, and she had fun. She did. So, how was everybody else's? I hope everybody, the mommies, the parents, and the kids had a good one. It's hard letting your kids go back to school sometimes, I did not cry. I did not cry this year. I didn't. I did good. I didn't cry this year. I did real good. And my kids did so good when I was like, let me get your first day picture, because my youngest hasn't got to that stage yet, but my older two got into that weird age where they're like, I don't want to be on camera. Don't take pictures. I won't smile and all that shit. But yeah, they did great. They let me take their pictures, even did a little thumbs up. I was like, look at y'all. They were excited. You're going to cry this year. Luke's a senior. Oh, AJ is a junior. So I'm going to be crying next year. I feel it. It's crazy. Time has passed so fast, It feels like just a minute ago, they were tiny. Now they're all getting out of middle school, about to graduate high school. It's just, what happened? But they made it. Okay, let's get into it.
We want to do a couple things. We want to explore a couple things. One of the things that are besides your own narrative, your own story of what you endured, is that we want to do an investigation in how the medical field failed you and how the schooling and all these agencies that are in charge of oversight of education failed you. In order to do that, it's going to require a lot of research, and we'll hire the people to help research. But I think there's things, I believe, my intuition's telling me that there is so much behind the scenes that you're probably not even aware of that happened, that your mom orchestrated that maybe you weren't even aware of. And
I do not believe that. I do not believe that there was a lot of stuff going on that Gypsy didn't know about. I don't. I just don't. I think Gypsy was telling her own fair share of lies, and I think Dee Dee was gassing things up to the public. I think they were a dynamic duo. Like, I'm not bullshitting. That's what I think.
Yeah, and so that's kind of my goal, is to reveal that, and also look at the medications you were given, because that is, so like, if you were to go to trial, you didn't, but if you were to go to trial and I was a good defense attorney, I would make a case that you were medicated beyond, you had no access to your body was controlled by your mom, and the medications that they were giving you was altering your mood and could potentially have made you violent, so therefore you're not culpable.
So basically what she's saying is she would have claimed temporary insanity by drug use, basically. But again, I don't think Dee Dee was shoving a bunch of stuff down her throat. In her book, wherever I put that damn thing, she talks about doing that to herself. Thank you, Stephanie, how she was crushing down her medicine, or stealing it from Dee Dee, crushing it down, and then putting it in her feeding tube. Like, she mentions multiple times how she was taking these meds on her own. Dee Dee wasn't having to force feed her. Thank you, Onward. Thank you, Hermit.
Because you didn't have control over your moods based on the medication your mom was giving you. Like, that would be one of my theories. So that's one thing I want to look at, is how much was the medication.
Did you see what Christy posted last night on TikTok? No. What did she post? No. I don't even know if I keep up with her page. Whoops. She posted a family pic. I bet she did. She posted a family pic in her Jip. Can you blame her? Which, Christy's just as bad. Because Gypsy wouldn't have felt comfortable talking about Mia like that had Christy not given her space to feel comfortable doing it, Christy talks shit right there, right along damn Gypsy. You just as bad. Yeah. That's how I feel. Good morning. Hey, Mia. Nope, but it felt intentional. It probably was. What do you mean? My stance on racism. What do you mean I'm against it? Like, what do you even mean? What does that even mean? That was such a weird question. What is my stance on racism? That shouldn't even have to be asked. What a fucking weird thing to ask.
Patient used to make you into a puppet as well. And I mean, there's so many other things to explore. Right. And, I think the other documentaries just focus on the murder, but there's another story there. There's your story, and there's also things that you probably don't know about.
Right, and I think that's important, not only for others, but for myself.
Just a question, not to feel attacked. Well, okay.
Also, to find out that as well, because I don't have access to any of those documents right now. So it would be nice to have all of that sent to someone, that, it is for the project, but also for my own peace of mind, too. So.
Yeah, and we have some time.
So I think they're trying to push this narrative that school systems failed her, the CPS failed her, but CPS thought Gypsy was mentally slow because of Gypsy, because of how she talked to them. So some of this is on her.
So I'm really grateful for that we have the time to go on this journey and explore some things, and by the time that you are released, I think you'll have even more enlightenment about what you endured and what you want to create in the future too. I think it's going to be a really positive experience that I'm actually really excited to be a part of.
Well, and that's the part they leave out when she talks about CPS coming by too, is that they documented her being an adult, but she will never mention it. Like in her book, she has a little part where she talks about the CPS, and then does not mention that, oh, they documented me as an adult. I was 18. She's talking to Melissa Moore. And it sounds like, they're coming up with another way to make another, show or spin-off of how the doctors failed her, how the medical system failed her or something.
And I love that we'll have the resources to do that for you. That's really cool too.
As we're going through, this time, I'm starting to, like, I emailed you, I'm like, I'm starting to remember things that maybe at the time I didn't remember, because you had asked me, you're like, did your mom ever date anyone? And I'm like, no, because she didn't. But then, like, a few weeks ago, I had this memory of a friend that my mom had, Mark, and he kind of looked like a biker guy, not my mom's type at all. And I remember he took me and my mom to go see A Bug's Life, and she had went into a store or whatever, and he was watching me in the car, and he said something, and I'm like, I don't like you.
MK, you don't have to be here if that's how you feel, honey. This is optional, and you didn't scroll. You entered the chat. If you don't want to see me, then just don't see me.
Or what? I said something to because I was a little bit of a little brat. I was like, I didn't like any other guys hanging around my mom. I wanted my dad. I wanted my mom and my dad to get back together. And so any other guys, I just really didn't like them, and I was standoffish.
Now, notice she talks about guys. She says guys. So, Dee Dee tried to date. She tried to see other people. And Gypsy made it almost impossible. She talks about how she spit on this guy.
Anyway, he said something, and I spat at him. And he yelled at me. And I told my mom that he yelled at me, but I didn't mention what I did to him. And I remember these things, and it's like
Now, she talks about this somewhere else. I can't remember if I want to say it's in the book. And she says she was 6 years old when she did this to the dude. So, if she was 6 years old, spitting on dudes because she didn't want Dee Dee to date, she wanted her daddy back, which, by the way, her dad had been married to Christy the entire time. And like I said, at this point, I believe she's like 6 when she did this. So, I think I have a mod. If you want a mod? I don't really know that much about all this. You want a mod? But if she was doing that at 6 and then lying at 9 about the fact she couldn't feel her legs, like she was manipulative from a very young age. Yeah, I'm on my old account. My backup account. Alf, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know if something's going on in the chat or what's up, but something's going on. There you go, just spam. Okay, I think I did it. Okay. But yeah, so she's spitting on men at the age of 6. Then at 9, she has the seizure that supposedly caused the paralysis that she lied about, So very young, she's already lying and doing manipulative stuff. She even says, I told my mom that he yelled at me, but I didn't tell him what I did.
He wanted to date my mom. And he had a house, and he had an extra bedroom in his house, and he was fixing that up to be like my bedroom. And I had a toy chest at his house, and it looked like a football. These memories are so clear, and I'm trying to make sense of them, and I'm okay, this is all very weird.
This call is from a correctional facility.
So it sounds like also, thank you, Trailblazer, that Dee Dee obviously was close with this guy. She said that she had her own little room over there with a toy chest shaped like a football. So why was she being an asshole to these men? Why didn't she let Dee Dee date? Why did she not let Dee Dee date and then get mad when Dee Dee was like, you don't need to be dating either, Where are you at, Audrey? It doesn't do a regular comment. For some reason, it won't let me do it from there. Hold on. Thank you. What the hell is even going on? What is going on? Yeah, put a comment in the chat, Audrey. It wouldn't let me do it from that pinned comment for some reason. Ashley, did you see where someone saw Rod and maybe Christy on a cruise? I did not. I can't see her comment. Okay, here we go. It won't let me. It says mark viewer. It doesn't give me the option to do it for you for some reason. I don't know why. Did you see Mia and Andre broke up because of this shit? You're lying. I don't know. No. I don't think so. I think I only have 2 mods that I know of. Like, I don't go live very much, so I just don't, you know. What? I don't see that happening. I don't think Mia... I know that Andre had unfollowed Gypsy. I did see that. I saw where he unfollowed her or something. But I do not think that Mia and Andre will break up because of this. You know, do I think that they will cut ties with Gypsy? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Will she be at the wedding? I wouldn't let her at my wedding. Nope. This lid sucks. I haven't heard from any of them in a while. Haven't seen Ken in a while. They're probably all hiding. Thank you. Yeah, let Audrey mod TikTok. I don't think they broke up, though. I don't see that happening. What happened? I've been listening to the Clancy trial. A bunch of Gypsy Rose's prison calls came out. A bunch of her prison calls came out, and a lot of us have been on live, just, you know, on live and doing videos about them. Things like that. They're everywhere. There's some crazy ones, some very crazy ones. It definitely showed that Ryan is a weirdo. Ryan and Gypsy are extremely racist. They are very, very racist, hateful. Their hearts are black. Ain't no damn way. It definitely showed their true colors. Yeah, the truth came out about Ryan. Ryan is a weirdo. Yeah, Ryan confessed to a crime. Yeah, like on a recorded line on a fucking corrections line, like... Ugh. How do you even do that? I know it does make you feel disgusted that you ever felt bad for him. I just don't see the appeal with GRB. I don't either. And then you look at the photos that were being shown in her documentaries, and then men were writing the hell out of her. Not only were they writing her, she had all kinds of men sending her money. Thank you, Trailblazer. Thank you, Indigo. And I think we know why at this point, because every guy that Gypsy has had dealings with, something weird comes out about him. You know, we can go all the way back to Dan and Nick. Dan thinking Gypsy was a 15-year-old kid when he started talking to her, you know. Then we have Nick and the whole daughter fetish between him and Gypsy. Then we have Ryan, who asked Gypsy if he would allow, you know, if she would get down and dirty with him in front of kids. Like, there's a pattern here. There's a pattern. I don't give a damn. Makes me think all these men that got a hold to her like kids. Yeah, me too. Me too. Because there's a pattern. No other woman has experienced anything like this. But Gypsy managed to have multiple different guys in the span of 8.5 years who had some kind of charge, fetish, fucking event, something. Like, that's not normal. That's not normal. That's not a coincidence either. Ken's weird too. I'm wondering what we're going to hear about him. I really am. I think Ryan liked Jip because she's small and childlike with her voice. I think it definitely had something to do with that. Because if you listen to the calls when Gypsy talks to Ryan, thank you, Nikki, versus Ken, her whole voice is different. Like, she does the little baby, I'm squeaky, ah. And then with Ken, it sounds like she tries to be a little more mature. Her voice sounds more mature. Did you see or did you hear the video where she is telling that guy that she wanted to wear pigtails and suck a baby bottle? Did y'all hear that one? Let me see. Because that one was crazy. And she said she wanted to do this for Ryan. You know, again, crazy. Yeah, hold on. Let me show you that. Let me see. Give me just a second, because there's been so many videos posted now. Takes a second to find them. Where'd it go? Here we go.
This might get stuck in your head.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn this down, because I got a copyright violation the other day because of the commercials. I didn't know that that was a thing. Okay.
No account required. You can.
Now, also, she is on the phone with Brian. If you don't know who Brian is, he was just arrested in 2026 for downloading and distributing CSAM. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just saying, she's also telling this fetish stuff to Brian about the pigtails and the baby bottle. So
Now go to securustech.net
Weird.
and put money directly on an offender's trust account. Save on fees and deposit money today. Go to
age play.
securustech.net. That's securustech.net. Hello, this is a prepaid.
Can somebody please explain to me what CSAM is? It is child assault type stuff, videotaped. I can't say it all on here.
A collect call from
Hey, it's Sissy.
an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional
Maybe.
Center. This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. If you would like to
Ooh,
permanently block your
that's
number
exciting.
from receiving calls from this facility, press 6. For balance and rate question, thank you for
It
using
is.
Securus. You may start the conversation now.
I'm so freaking annoyed.
Yeah, it's not.
What do you guys don't have working clocks over there?
Me too. Listen, I had just let him sit on it for a bit, and then I tried to call him after the game was over because LSU
Okay,
was.
also, let me explain that this conversation is happening after that conversation with Gypsy and Ryan was had, where Ryan, is like, she asked Ryan, what would you like me to do that your ex did? And he takes that long-ass moment to think, and then he's like, would you know what, in front of our kids as long as they couldn't see? Okay? That conversation has happened, and now she is calling Brian. She's calling another little PDF to discuss it with him.
Playing a championship game. So I let him watch it, and then I called him, and I'm like, I forgive you. Millie wanted me to forgive you, so I am. And I'm like, but don't expect me to be like all thrilled and everything. And so anyway, like I told him, like, I gotta get ice. I had to get ice, and I hung up the phone. Well, now he's not answering anymore. So
Cancel
can you
him
tell
off.
him, like, I'm so done with playing these stupid childish games?
Oh my god. I went to go take a piss or something. Watch.
Well, that was like 10 minutes ago.
Do you want me to say why are you answering the phone?
Yeah, why aren't you answering the phone? Stop playing.
She's got one PDF texting the other PDF, telling each other what she's saying. Like, bro,
These childish ass games.
weirdos. They all going to hell. Thank you, Brian.
Like, I'm over it. Like, I
They
am
are.
emotionally exhausted.
Yep.
And he's like, well, so now, like, we're not good because, I'm like, we were good. And he's like, so now we're not good.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's not that we're not
Okay,
good,
Al.
it's just different. Like, I'm numb.
Yeah, but still, what kind of bullshit is that? That you give them third-party forgiveness?
Yeah, I mean, that's what has to happen. I'm like, I forgive you, I believe you. I'm just sick of hearing your excuses and you defend yourself.
Okay, so do you not?
She forgave Nick, too. She says Nick made her make that video about giving him her 13-year-old daughter. And she says the same thing. I forgave him. How do you forgive somebody who has these kind of fetishes? Like, how do you go back to it? How are you okay with it? How do you get past it? Thank you, Barry in Bed, because I could never. The first time I'm hearing it, I'm gone. Bitch, you got me bent. Probably going to the police on your ass.
Believe them?
Good morning.
I believe him, but a little accountability would go a long way. Like, you know what? I realized that I was young, but I should have, not let that happen at all. I realized you could have woke up, whatever. Just show some maturity. But right now, you're self-preserving. You're like, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Like, you sound like a child.
Do you want me to read you what we were talking about?
Keep in mind, in that phone call, she was telling him, I'm not mad at you. I think differently of that girl, though. She should be castrated. She didn't try to hold Ryan accountable at all for any of it when he didn't stop the girl. He didn't tell her stop. He even said he finished at the front of the call. He said he finished. She said nothing to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if I can go
Good
back here.
morning. Right, Layla?
Okay, so we'll start with when he said, "Oh, tell her to call me back. I was in the bathroom." See, you guys are so in sync. You're jumping at the same time here. I said she hung up the phone to go to the bathroom. If she calls me back, I'll tell her.
Thank you, Jamie.
And he said, "Please." I said, "I will." And I said, "You opened up a whole can of worms with this one."
A whole can of
And he
worms.
said, "Yep, and it wasn't the way she thinks. I can't get her to see that. It's sad that she is judging me on something from my past, and I have never done that to her." And
Somebody asked, who is she talking to? This is Brian. This is the other guy that she dated or whatever with there for a minute. And he was also just arrested in 2026 for, kid stuff.
said, the issue isn't what happened with your ex, it's the context in which it was brought up.
Yeah, Brian calling Ryan.
He said
Texting
an
him,
incident that she completely took the wrong way, and I said it wrong. I compared a scenario that has happened, but didn't tell her to remove that element. It's not something I want or crave. It's not a scenario that I would wish for and had to have to be fulfilled. It's not a problem.
Thank you,
And I guess
he says it's not a scenario he wishes to be fulfilled, but this is literally what Ryan asked. Like, he even took a hot minute thinking about what he was going to say to Gypsy about what he wanted, and it came out, would you have what with me with our kids in the room if they couldn't see? That is what he said.
It says said, so I think it's sad, and sad thing is I did shut it down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right here, sad, not said.
He wanted
Which
her to do
I
it.
said, that's a big one too. I said, okay, so from what I understand is there was a sex type question to the effect of, quote, what thing would you like me to do that your ex did, quote, to which you gave a scenario where, quote, if you guys had kids, would you do X, Y, Z around them, quote. Then it got into where this came from.
I'm sorry. This is the craziest thing I have ever seen in the world. She has got this dude who is also just like Ryan with these fetishes and has got him freaking texting him, coaching him about what he said to her. Like, this is so wild.
Story you told her of your ex. The issue is why bring up the scenario of if we had kids, question mark. And then I said, now I get the whole fucking around in public thrill thing, but the problem is why would you bring up that specific hypothetical scenario at that time? I said, the context is the problem.
Would you ever?
If you had known the ex story beforehand and then you said he was sleeping or whatever, that's no biggie. I had a similar situation.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is you brought up that hypo children scenario when she asked that sex question before the ex story, and that makes it look weird.
It is weird. It doesn't look, it is
And he
weird.
said, oh man, I know how I meant it. I would never do anything wrong around kids. I said it wrong, and that's the truth. I am done explaining myself because I am morally clean and my conscience is clear. I want to die because my wife thinks I'm a scumbag.
Oh, well.
Maybe she is going to leave me over.
What did he, hold on.
Because my wife thinks I'm a scumbag.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
Maybe
I don't know.
she is going to leave me over it. Maybe she should if she really thinks that of me. I said, I'm not saying you're guilty or not guilty. I am telling you what the issue is because of how it was said. You can see that, right? And please, none of that stupid shit. I don't know if she's gonna. I don't know if she's gonna leave you over it. I know she's just processing it at the moment, so just give it time for that. And then he's like, I mean that I feel like shit. Maybe I am.
I personally think when Ryan asked Gypsy that, he was fishing. Like, he was trying to see what she was going to say. Like, was she going to be okay with it? Was she going to say yes to it? He was testing boundaries. When he talks about why he wrote Gypsy Rose, thank you, Debbie. When he talks about why he wrote her, he says he saw her on the documentary and thought she was cute. And then he mentions her voice. And we know, you see what I'm saying? Like, he was getting his feelers. That's what he was doing. Trying to see what she would allow him to do. That's what I think. Thank you, Barbara.
And,
yeah.
And I said, well, she
Thank
never,
you,
so she needs to tell.
Yeah. Very odd behavior.
Well, he took it back. He said, tell her to go be with Jeff. That's who she wants anyway, since I'm such a piece of shit. She needs to tell everyone that I'm a pedophile, which I am most certainly not. Then he's like, forget about that Jeff remark.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that, Nikki.
He doesn't really want it.
And then I said, she never called me back yet. And I said, she never said you were, or accused you of doing anything for that matter.
She kind of does later in
And
this
then
call.
he's like, whatever, man. It's sad that she is making me feel like one when I have
Good
never,
morning. Good
ever
morning.
made her feel like a criminal or anything.
I don't know.
I never have and never would. But my moral compass is off, and I am no longer parent-worthy with her. Whatever.
He just admitted his moral compass was off. And then what did he say? I'm no longer parent worthy with her.
I'm done texting now. I said, just give her time, and I'm sure she might get over it. She's just concerned.
Yeah.
Thank
She
you,
can have all
baby.
the time she
Thank
wants.
you. And that's right. Y'all make sure you go up here, grab your little daily heart me so you can tear up. And I appreciate y'all being in here. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for the gifts, guys.
If she thinks that of me.
Dog grooming genius
Oh.
here, and I live for often.
Turn that down. How do you heart? So a heart me is up in y'all's top left hand corner, and you just press the little heart me. And if you've like sent comments or tap the screen, it gives you like a little fan thing or something. Yeah. Thank you guys. Let me turn this back up.
I said, you can't
thank you,
throw
thank you.
shade at
Thank
her,
you.
though,
Thank
because
you.
you messed up.
Say-
You even admit
I said thanks, heck you. I mean, thank you.
you said it wrong, so you can't really blame her for at least being concerned.
Right.
And he said, I'm not throwing shade. I'm just not a pedophile. And I didn't say it. And I did say it way out of context, not arguing that fact, but I know what I meant.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a minor.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I said, you may know what you meant, but it's her opinion that you care about. So I'm sure as soon as she gets over the initial shock, it'll probably settle down.
It's the Alani. I drank an Alani this morning on an empty stomach, and usually I sip my Alanis. Like I use a little straw and I sip. This morning I pounded it, and bro, when I tell you, I'm like.
And then that's what I told him,
Thank
the
you,
Billy
sweetie.
thing, so that's where that ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can you please let him know that I am trying to call him?
I texted him that, and
got
he
my eye.
didn't.
Oh, she definitely knew.
He didn't
Thank you,
respond.
thank you.
Okay, I got my eye.
I just tried it the other day.
I'm
Thank
just
you,
tired of
Emily.
talking about it, you know?
I know, she's got so many guys. It is confusing. Like, it's super confusing. So, Brian was more towards the front of her prison sentence. Jeff, I think, was before all of them, apparently, or something. There's so many. It's hard to keep up with what year she was dating who, because, and then, while the year she's dating them, she's also talking to these other guys. So, it's just so hard to keep up. I'm proud of you, too, friend. Thank you, Jeanette. No, she didn't learn anything in prison. Gypsy had a very, like, cushy prison sentence stay. You know what I mean? She had tablets. She was on the phone constantly. Interviews, TV interviews, just what, you know what I'm saying? Documentaries, writing books. She talked on the phone constantly. Like, constantly. It's wild. So, I don't think her prison stay was hard at all. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Like, she got to do whatever she wanted to do in there. She had money to buy whatever she wanted to buy in there. Yeah, over 20K times. Like, she was talking to every man she could. And you rarely hear phone calls where she's talking to a woman. The only time she talks to women is if they're interviewing her. If you ain't interviewing her, she don't give a damn. She ain't talking to no woman.
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean, look, it's either
Oh,
one
wow.
of two things, right? He's either
That's
got
wild.
some weird fucking fetish that he's never ever gonna admit or probably allude to anymore because of this, or he's a bumbling fucking idiot and just doesn't know how to form contextual things really good. So, it's up to you if
He's
you're gonna
not.
give him that benefit of the doubt.
I think he's the idiot.
Oh, shit.
Very well could be.
I really kind of.
I looked at all the people that sent her money. Audrey showed me like the little thing, and it was over 125 people. She had all kinds of people in prison sending her money. Normally, people in prison like have a handful of people help them out. Not her. She had over 100 people sending her money.
Like, because I just know, like, how she words things in text messages and everything.
Oh, for sure,
I'm
Beth.
always like, okay, so the job interview, the principal at the new school sent him an email saying that, like, I saw that you put a job application in, and he wanted to put, like, hey, Principal Bowie. And I'm like, you don't put hey whenever it's a potential colleague or boss. You put hello, Principal Bowie. I'm like,
Yeah, right.
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess he just.
The not worldly girl who was secluded and wasn't educated is telling Ryan how he should have written the principal. You don't say hey, you say hello when you're being professional. But yeah, she didn't know shit about shit when Dee Dee was alive. Okay.
And he is an idiot. I don't know. All I'm gonna say, all I'm ever gonna say is, why did Ken have to leave me? He was
I always say,
perfect.
hey girl.
Please, God, man. He is not the one. He is not perfect.
It has.
He was.
Yeah, because he was so perfect.
And now I'm stuck. I'm stuck with mediocre happiness.
So perfect that he left.
Yeah.
Good guy right
It's a
there.
recording.
Well, maybe
Listen,
I should
you're
It's one of her prison calls. It's a recorded prison call.
good
you're
enough
just
for now.
you're just idealizing
No,
it
that's from
because,
today. This one's
I don't
from
know. It
earlier.
was the first.
That
and
and
the
my
best you
tea.
had so far. But all it takes
Had a
is
tea and a water.
somebody better than that, and then that'll be your new fucking 10 to,
Good morning.
parade on with. But he definitely wasn't perfect. And you shouldn't have to settle for
Oh, really?
mediocrity. I told you to fucking bail, but you refused.
She had some little old lady calling her like her master and all kinds of shit, if I remember correctly.
It's hard. It's hard whenever.
I know it's hard. You were right there, though. You were like 80% of the way. Back
Yeah.
the fuck out.
I was. And then, I realized I missed him.
That's what I said the other day. As much money as she was getting while she was in prison, that just further shows that all this money scamming and stuff that went on, it was not just Dee Dee. It was not just Dee Dee. Nothing stopped because Dee Dee was gone. Gypsy hit them prison gates running, honey, ready to start a new little con and how she was going to get money. Her social media stuff that she does today, she tries to act so new to this. She has been doing social media almost all her damn life. Her GoFundMe, her Gypsy Strip, all that shit. It was all done through Facebook. She grew her little Facebook over there with her community and that took care of her and Dee Dee. And that's the same shit she does today. The only difference today is that the app pays her the money. She doesn't get donations. That is literally it. But she will sit on here spinning this story, nothing but lies, trying to get to the money. That's it. It's the same old game. Wash, rinse, repeat. It's always a different angle. Same con. Yeah, she loved that Facebook shit.
Yeah, I know, but still. It's like being overweight and then being on a diet and missing ice cream. It's like, yeah, it tastes great, but, since you're eating it.
Mm-hmm.
I hate my life. I hate my life.
This is when it gets kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, at least keep one eye open on that, I guess.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely never going to leave him alone with a kid.
Yeah, I just found a fucking baby monitor somewhere.
Yeah, I plan on it.
Yeah. It's still, like,
I don't know.
I mean, you shouldn't third parties to give them, though, if you really don't.
I think anything, I don't like discussing.
Not only did she send pictures to him of her little girl, she still married him after this. She still married him. He still picked her up from prison. She still laid up with him. It did not stop Gypsy from doing anything with Ryan. She didn't give a damn, just like she didn't give a damn with Nick. It didn't faze her. Just like it probably isn't phasing her that she spent years talking to Brian and he was just arrested in 2026 for CSAM. Probably doesn't faze her. She probably doesn't care.
About his, like, with his exes anyway. So,
Yeah,
whenever
sent
it comes
him
to that,
pictures
I'm
of
kind
her
of like,
boy.
I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you had
Yeah, but that wasn't the issue, though. You know what I mean?
No. So, like, I also, like, I asked him, so I said, because, okay, you know that, like, my mom let me suck on a baby bottle until I was, like, 23, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I asked
They
him,
are so convenient, though.
they are, and so I,
Did y'all hear that shit? Brian said that baby bottles are convenient. That's a grown man saying that, by the way. That baby bottles are convenient. That's not odd.
asked him, I'm like, I really miss a baby bottle. I'm like, would you ever let me suck a baby bottle? And he's like,
Oh, my God.
like a fetish type thing where it's like,
I'm pretty sure I've seen that on Twitter.
and I'm like, no, but I'm like, we could do like a daddy little girl scenario where you.
Oh, my God.
But I wasn't.
See, it was not all Ryan. It was not all Ryan. Ryan let her know what his fetish was, what he would like to do, and she acted appalled, but then she got on this phone call with Brian and was like, I could dress up as daddy daughter. So she wasn't that turned off by it. She just thought of a new way to do it. I'll be the daughter, you be my daddy, but you ain't even heard the weirdest shit yet. Let me run it back 10 seconds and I'm gonna let y'all get it all the way through.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that on Twitter.
And I'm like, no, but I'm like, we could do like a daddy little girl scenario where you.
Oh, my God.
But I wasn't talking about like. No, I wasn't.
No, I know. I know. But still, you can see how it could be construed as on a little bit, kind of like a fantasy. Well, how did he take it? Was he like, oh, yeah, just down for that?
He wanted to do it like he's like, well, what if I wanted to make it cool? And I'm like, I guess it could be, but like it's supposed to like be like reparenting the fact that I didn't have a dad, so I don't think it's sexual. But
It's supposed to be reparenting the fact that she didn't have a dad. She wanted him to play a daddy-daughter role with her, and she was going to put her hair in pigtails, suck a bottle, and she said it was not supposed to be sexual. It's to, so reparent me, to reparent me as my dad. That's what she just said. That's what she just said.
But like it's supposed to like be like reparenting the fact that I didn't have a dad, so I don't think it's sexual.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Why would you have Ryan dress up as your dad and you play a kid and, oh, it's reparenting? Girl, you're full of shit. What it was she thought Brian wasn't cool with it when she mentioned, I told him we could do a daddy-daughter scenario, and he was like, oh my gosh. And she said, oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. Girl, there's no other way to mean that. Yeah, everything revolves around money and her privates. Are you a psychologist? If that's what she needs to do to heal, let her, you're being too nosy. It is wild, the things some people will make excuses for and downplay and be like, oh, they're healing in that way. She's healing by dressing up as a child, putting pigtails in her head, and sucking a bottle and calling Ryan daddy? I think not. That's not healing. That's not healing. That's pedophilism. That's what that is. That's PDF. And you making excuses for it and calling it healing is disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, I caught my little thingy on her high citronella thing burning because the mosquitoes are so bad. Cruel. It's cruel. Like I said, y'all will make excuses for anything. There is nothing normal about a woman in her 30s dressing up, putting on pigtails, and calling somebody daddy. Like, that's not normal. And then saying you're reparenting me. How is Brian going to reparent her? How is Ryan going to reparent her? Especially after Ryan said some very crazy things about his own sick fantasies. Just like Nick. Nothing's changed. She's the same OG, honey.
But she,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, I can wear
Telling on
pigtails. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he's like, oh my god.
Oh, yeah,
God.
yeah. I know. Brian was caught with CSAM this year. And that's who she's on the phone with. That's the guy she's on the phone with in this call. Is the same guy that got caught with CSAM this year. Distributing it, downloading it. Mm-hmm.
Getting worse.
Yeah.
I can wear pigtails and a 90s. Like, not helping. And the pacifier and the bottle can be banana
That part.
Yeah, we're definitely not helping.
That
Yeah,
part.
exactly. So I'm like, I don't know, but that turned him on, so I'm like kind of worried.
You hear that?
Definitely not helping.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I don't know, but that turned him on, so I'm like kind of worried.
That could just be coincidence, though.
Coincidence, probably.
Yeah. You know, we're men. We as everything. You know, I look at the cartoon and think of, if I was animated, I'd bang it.
Ryan thought reparenting her would be hot. It turned him on, she said, and that made her worried. You should have been way worried before this, honey. But like I said, Gypsy doesn't care about that stuff. She doesn't care. All the weird fetish kink, she's into it. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. She gonna make it happen.
And that's just how we act.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if we discovered other planets and, like, there was something similar, like men or women, you're like, oh, yeah, I'd have banged that.
Yeah, you
Wouldn't mind getting some fucking aerial cooch.
Age regression is something that happens as part of therapy. If that turns on Ryan, it's a red flag. I agree. And the fact that he's a teacher and this kind of stuff turns him on. Like, this isn't, I wouldn't want you around my damn kids. I wouldn't want you teaching my kids.
Something. I don't know.
I'm gonna go try to call this asshole again.
Okay, well, he didn't respond, so I don't know how that's going to be, but you can go for it. Good luck. Now every conversation you guys had is going to be awkward as fuck.
It's gonna be awkward.
Thank you.
It's gonna be. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, let's not talk about this.
Let's not ever talk about sex. Let's never
The thing is, Gypsy in one of these phone calls says that she refused therapy because they would only allow her 30-minute sessions, which, by the way, 30-minute sessions for 8 years, that's a big fucking deal. You would have gotten a lot of coping mechanisms. You would have grown. You would have healed some. You would have learned how to deal with your own emotions and how to not be impulsive with 30-minute sessions for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? But because it was only 30-minute sessions, no, I didn't feel like we were going to get anywhere. You got 8 years in that hoe. What do you mean?
Yeah, right. I don't want to look at it. To me, you don't have a. You're like a Ken doll. Speaking of Ken.
Yeah, she don't think she needs it.
Exactly.
Shut up.
I tried to call Jeff tonight. He didn't answer, but he
I
might be
agree.
at his dad's
I agree.
house.
Wow, you're giving him excuses.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he might be at his dad's. He's busy. He's busy. You don't stay in the Forbes 400 by just fucking answering phone calls for fucking peasants.
You're so terrible.
Fucking peasants and indentured servants.
Awful. All right, bye.
Well, and that's what I think is wrong with her, Layla. That's what I think is wrong with her, is that she doesn't see a problem with anything she's doing. And some of it, I do think Dee Dee is responsible for. The lies and shit she did as a kid. Dee Dee did not hold her accountable. When she shot her and ran up on her with the dagger, Dee Dee did nothing. You know what I mean? Some of this, I think Dee Dee kind of enabled, but at the same time, I think Dee Dee knew who and what her child was. That post on Facebook where, after Gypsy pew-pews her mom, and then there's 2 posts on Facebook that say, that Gyp was really shaken up and how she's the best nurse. You think Dee Dee didn't see those posts? That was their shared Facebook account. That woman shot her mom, then went on there and made a Facebook post talking about how shaken up she was and how she was the best nurse. Dee Dee knew what Gypsy was. Dee Dee knew. She knew. She knew Gypsy was a sociopath. That's what I think. And I don't think she knew what to do. what can you do? What can you do when you have a kid who from a young age is that manipulative as hell, lying, spitting on her, spitting on guys she likes. Hold on, somebody said what? She shot her? Hang on, where'd that go? Was Ryan able to teach nonverbal children that had, I don't honestly know. I just know he was a special education teacher. Believe over time Dee Dee started, which, let me just say this, I thought this was odd from the get-go, that he's a special education teacher, watched this girl's documentary, and then reached out to her knowing, like, she played a mentally developed child for years, like 24 years. Like, that's not weird, you know? Why did she make the Facebook post to lie, though? I don't know. Attention? I'm guessing attention, because that is what makes Gypsy tick. Attention. That's what she wants. She wants that shit more than anything else. She wants attention. The codependency and manipulation was learned. Maybe. Wait, what? She shot her? Yeah, in her book. Let me read you what she says in the book. Because it wasn't just like she shot Dee Dee either. Like, when she shoots Dee Dee, she, if you look at the crime scene photos, it looks like the pew-pews start from inside Gypsy's room. And it looks like she chases Dee Dee down into the hallway. Dee Dee goes into the bathroom. And in the book, it says that Gypsy wedged herself into the bathroom door until she made her way into the bathroom, and then it says she like held the dagger over her while her mom was bleeding on the toilet. Yeah, I don't know if I know what page it's on. I'm sorry, I don't know if I got it marked. I quit reading this because I heard she was trying to get people violated, saying copyright stuff or something. Thank you, Dream. But yeah, she talks about it in her documentary, too. She changes up the story, though. In one of them, she says she shot her, unloaded the clip, and then she realized it was a BB pew-pew, and she was so relieved because she didn't want to kill her. But, yeah, she did. She did. That's sus anyway. If he was special ed teacher, why would he be attracted to her? That's what I said, Brandy. That's what I said. It says a lot. You know, the fact he went after her after watching the documentary. Thank you, Elle, because even in the documentary, they kind of portray her way. Thank you, Dream. Thank you. Have you seen her update on her lips? Here. I didn't see the update, but I did see that she did this little spray. Somebody asked me if I saw it, and I said no, and I lied. I did see it. My bad. Somebody sent it to me. But I did see this, and you know her lips. You ever see those little pictures she was doing where she'd be like, that's what it looks like her lips are doing the whole time now, you know, to me anyway, like they're, yeah, but whatever, I guess, you know, if she likes it, you gotta love it. I don't fucking know. It just looks like this lip. Yeah, and those are probably, I don't know, those may be bruises. Somebody else said they were uneven too, that it looked like the bottom one, like she got some in the bottom, and right here is like lopsided. She missed the duck lip phase. Yeah, that was years ago, honey. We're done with that. I can't find that part in the book. I'll try to look for it and do a little video on it so I can read to you exactly what she said. But like I said, in the book, I think the book is also posted on Reddit, and you can read it for free if you want to over there. Thank you, Quinn. But in the book, she's chasing her mom with a pew-pew. So, she's back on TikTok. I have no idea. I try not to go keeping up with her too much. I keep up with her case and all that, but I'm so sick of her. I think she gets on here and logs in late at night and reports people is what I think. That's what I think. I hope she's in here. I have her blocked on this account. I have her blocked. I blocked a bunch of people when I lost my account because what the frick, man? If you don't like me, just block me. You don't have to look at my stuff. Why are you going and mass reporting my fucking page like a little kid? She is very jealous of Mia. And as I said when this live first started, Christy is to blame for how comfortable Gypsy Rose was saying that racist crap about her husband or fiance. She's got some blame in this, as well as talking shit about Mia, because Christy sat right on those calls talking shit with her. So, Christy plays a part in that, to me, in my opinion. Oh, well, thank you, Marie. Gypsy is jealous of every female. Yeah. I don't know about every female, but she's definitely jealous of Mia. I think she wants to crawl in Mia's skin. Thank you. Thank you, Bree. I wonder what Christy said about what G said about Mia. Girl, like I said, Christy was saying, Christy called Mia a bitch and said something like Gypsy and Christy have a better relationship than her and her own daughter did, whatever. Mia is very pretty. And that, that's probably why the hell she moved way on way, is because of how toxic all of them are. Sitting around talking about your kids like that. Mia was over there with her parents in the last few days. Well, hopefully they're getting it worked out. That's got to be a odd family reunion with all this stuff coming out, man. Christy don't give a fuck if she's getting money from Jip. I agree. She don't care. She don't care. Thank you, Stacy. She's been working social media the whole time since the case happened, looking for sympathy and attention and money. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Bree. Where did you get that awesome shirt? I actually got it off TikTok. You can just go to the little shop thing and put in Feral t-shirt and it should come up. Look for the one that has the most, not most reviews, but the most stars, because, some of these places can be kind of wonky. So just look for the one that's got the most little stars and best reviews. Are there any calls between Mia and Gypsy? Only a couple. I've only heard a couple. And I don't even think I've heard a couple. I think I've heard one where Mia and Gypsy talk, and it's because Christy was in the car with Mia and they were going somewhere. See, Donovan, family pictures without Gypsy. Somebody just told me that old Christy's posting up family pics, no Jip. What is wrong with this? Like, dude. Mia does not like her dad. Who thinks everybody's scared of her? Gypsy? Gypsy's not nothing to be scared of. She won't do nothing herself. She's not going to do anything herself. She might get somebody by proxy to do something, but she is not going to do anything. Oh, thank you, Corpse. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Mia can't stand her, you can tell. I think Mia has started to realize that a lot of Gypsy's story was a lie. That's what I think. I really do. Someone saw Rod and maybe Christy on a Carnival cruise. Hell yeah, I'd be taking a cruise too if I knew all this shit was coming out. I'd be like, hell no, let's go to the sea. Get away from everything, baby. Let's make sure the Wi-Fi don't work too. I wouldn't let someone who talked about my husband like that around. I'd go no contact. Me too. I wouldn't do it either. I would not do it either. Fuck you. Yeah, I saw that. Rod looked happy. Did he? There's not a lot of phone calls with Rod either. They would go on a Carnival cruise. Yeah. Yeah. Did you hear the call where Jeff breaks up with Gypsy? I heard oh yeah, and she begs and pleads with Jeff. No, please don't. He's like, just stop. I wish I'd only talked to you for a minute like I said I was going to do. Yeah. She can't take no for an answer. She couldn't do it. She couldn't understand it. When Rod is on the phone, he's immediately trying to get off the phone. It definitely seemed like that, didn't it? Last I knew was Ken's sis come out about her slashing the bed frame. Girl, so much has happened. But the bed frame thing, the headboard thing, I think it really happened. There was a phone call that came out. Hold on, I gotta do this. There was a phone call that came out between Ken's sister, so Autumn, and their mom. And she's talking about it. She's she's talking about how she told Ken to call the cops because Gypsy was acting crazy. So I think it happened. We are at 90K. Thank you so much, guys. And make sure you're grabbing your little heart me's up here, okay? You get your little points, tier up. So make sure you grab them. Thank you, Tiff. Thank you. You should play the call I sent you about. Where's it at? Send it to this account because I can't pull it. I'm not logged in on this damn account and I can't send the code and all that while I'm on live. Send it to this one. I'm going to show you what it is. Why is it doing that? Or did you send it to my email or did you send it to my page? Send it to that one. New phone. Who dis? Yeah, I can't log into it. I can't log into it from this one because it's a whole thing I did when I set up my damn page. Which page am I on? It's Ashley one. Hang on, let me see if I can do it. Yeah, hold on. See you. Hold on, I'm going, girl. I'm going. We're gonna log in there. I'm about to have to go in because it's starting to get hot now. Let's see, 4. Okay. Hold on. Thank you guys for the gifts. I'm sorry if I wasn't looking. Let me see what's... It's going to roll across the screen. I got to be ready. Okay. I'm coming. I know you fucking lying. Why did it do that? Oh, whoops. Okay. Okay. Do you send it to the It's Ashley account?
Okay. Do you send it to the It's Ashley account? It's Ashley account?
I can't stand to hear myself talk on on live. I cannot stand that. I can't stand it. Do y'all like the way y'all sound when you're on videos? I cannot stand that shit. I'm coming. Come on now. Here I come. I'm coming. Here we go. All right, y'all. Let's buckle in. We're going to listen to us a call right about here. No, this isn't about Lindsay Clancy. I have been keeping up with some of the stuff going on, and that's a rough case. That's a rough case. I also have a lot of questions, but...
This shit's fucked up. This shit's fucked up.
It won't let me copy it.
This shit's
Hang on.
fucked up.
What is going on? Turn down. Shut up. Do I need to copy the link? Here. It won't let me copy the link. Is it on Pink Chihuahua's page? I did. It didn't let me. I did. Okay, I'll do it again. No, it won't do it. Mine won't do it. Where's it at? On Pink Chihuahuas? We'll go over there. My ghetto iPad. It's like, nope, we don't do anything. We don't do anything. I'm not doing fucking shit. What can you do? You know, you can only afford what you can afford. And I think my kids download so much stuff on these mother freaking iPads. Thank you for the 100K. Thank you. My kids download so much on these daggum iPads that they use up the memory and then it moves so slow. Thank you guys for tapping the screen. We got to 102K. Y'all are the bomb diggity. There's a song about Gypsy. It is great. Have you heard it? I don't think I have. I hate using my iPad. I'm using one now because I know my iPad irritates the damn crap out of me. Okay. Now, Alf, which one is it? This one? The tail on Gypsy one? I know. I've given up. This is my kids because I hate the damn iPads at this point. I hate them. Okay, which one is it? Who sings my outro song on my YouTube? Actually, Amber from Into the Weeds made that for me. So I don't actually know. I think it's like a little AI song that she made for me. There's one that says, "Hey Gypsy, what's that smell?" I don't even want to know that one. That just sounds awful. But yeah, Amber from Into the Weeds made me that outro song. She actually made me two, and I really liked both of them. So it was pretty cool. I don't know how to use stuff like that. Like, I don't know how to do that. I just downloaded ChatGPT the other day and then uninstalled it like the next day because what the hell? I get so tired of trying to learn how to use new damn apps. You know? Thank you, Sin Mommy. I appreciate it. It's a cute little song, isn't it? She did good on it. She did real good. Okay. I think I saw this one, this little clip. Okay, it's this call Christy. Okay. Here we go. Is it playing?
I totally get that.
Well, I mean,
But
he is Mike
he's not
there are
for-
other reasons, but I mean,
Right. Well, yeah, his personality. Victor did it. Remember?
right.
You know, if you would have ran out of that room, you might not be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What room? Was she talking about the bathroom? She didn't say. I would think if you were talking about the bathroom, you would be like, if you would have ran out the bathroom, you know what I mean? I saw that clip. I saw it the other day, and that was one of the things I thought is that, you know, when I tell people to get out of a room, I'd be like, get out of my room. Or, hey, what are you doing in the bathroom? You don't say, what are you doing in that room when somebody's in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Okay.
That you guys have to hear. New Orleans.
I don't want to play too much of her content.
Listen to this, and then we'll be right back.
Center at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
Sorry, I didn't want to listen to too much of it because if I post it over on my YouTube, I don't want it to catch her content and be like, you have copyrighted shit. You know what I mean?
From a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Mom?
Girl.
Mom?
Girl, no, it's happened. He's contacted
What?
me. He's contacted
Who?
me. Nick, he's found a way.
How?
He had someone that he met in county write me a letter that went to prison. And he says, my name is Michael, and you obviously don't know me, but we have a mutual friend who told me you would recognize him by this. And me and Nick had like a little symbol.
Yeah, the constant
that
drama
we write to
in
each other
prison.
speaking code. He
Right. To make sure y'all were, it was
right.
y'all talking.
It said, he doesn't hate you and truly hopes you are doing well. He worries about you and does hope for the chance to communicate with you soon. But since
Oh my God, Jib.
he is very occupied, so to speak, so he entrusted me to reach out since we became very close in jail. And frankly, I also hope for the best for you and certainly think you deserve the best. I'm so sorry for awkwardly writing you out of the blue, but a promise is a promise, and I hope you may be right back. Everybody calls me Grumpy for my tattoo, and I don't know how much longer I will be in here, but probably for a while, and
Probably.
I will soon figure a way to reach out to Nick soon. I just wanted to reach out to you and just want you to know you are a fighter and you have fought your whole life, and that proves you are a survivor. Never forget that. Feel free to write me back whenever you want.
Oh my God, Gypsy.
The way they trying to make this sound, oh my gosh, Gypsy, it finally happened. Like, girl, it sounds like Gypsy wrote it. You never know. I don't put anything past her, Cameron. I'm not lying. She might have just to start some drama and get some attention from Christy. Thank you, and Antoinette, is that how I say it? Thank you, girl. Have a good day.
I'm like freaking out.
Just lapping it up, honey.
Me too. Because usually I get
I can tell in your
letters.
voice when I say girl, you're like, girl.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, 'cause like when you called the first time, I was texting something, and when the call came up, right where the decline button is, I was hitting a ladder. I'm like, fuck. And I was like, she's gonna call back if it's important, and you did. I was so mad. I was like, fuck, I can't believe I did that.
No, I don't worry about it. I was gonna call.
What you gonna do?
I don't know. I mean, I could do one of two things. I could ignore the letter and just let it be. or two, I could write him back explaining that I want no further communication with Nick anymore. So please don't pass any messages along to me because I don't want them.
Do me a favor.
I don't know.
Send that address to me.
Okay.
I'll handle it for you.
Okay.
And I'll say exactly what you said.
Okay. Okay.
That way, there's like, if they say, oh, she's writing Nick
Adrian, thank
or
you.
whatever, you're not.
Right.
You know, this is a third party.
Mhm.
But it could be a trap.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
What kind of trap is it going to be? Like, this is in 2017. She already accepted her plea deal by that point. So, what kind of trap could it be?
And I mean, you got to think about it. I
Writing
watched
Nick
that
by
documentary,
proxy. Everything
you know,
by
and
proxy. You know it.
what he says in there, when, you know, okay, any normal person,
Mhm.
okay, I mean, and yet circumstance was serious,
Mhm.
but anybody, you know, that
Thank you.
was in the right mind, like, you know, when you asked him to do
Christy is Gypsy Rose's stepmom, Rod's wife, but she calls her mom.
what he did,
Mhm.
in the documentary, he says the only reason he did it was because you asked him to. Now, you first, and you know, he should have said, "What the hell are you talking about?" No, you know, but you know, he loved you enough to do it.
Mhm.
You know, and I get that. You know, he wanted to protect you. I totally get that.
Well, I mean,
But
he and Mike think
he's not
that
a
there are
fool.
other reasons, but I mean,
Right. Well,
What?
yeah, you know, he wanted to protect you. I totally get that.
well, I mean,
But
he and Mike think
he's not
that
a
there
fool.
are other reasons, but I mean,
No, there wasn't. There wasn't any other reason, Gypsy. There wasn't another reason. Thank you, American. There's not another honey, American honey. Thank you. There's not another reason that he committed this murder. It was for you. Point blank. Period. He's not in prison for any other reason but because of you. Because of you. Like, what do you mean? Oh, well, there's some other reason. No, there's not.
Right. Well, yeah, his personality. Victor did it. Remember?
right?
You know, if you would have ran out of that room, you might not be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, the old me would have definitely jumped at the chance and been writing this dude and be like, tell him.
Oh yeah, you
tell
wouldn't
him
even
that.
called me. You would have just did it.
I would have just did it. But frankly, I don't want any communication with him. That chapter in my life is
No,
over.
that's-
I don't want anything to do.
Right.
Yeah, what room? What room? If she would have ran out of what room? What do you mean? Like the bathroom or the bedroom? Where was she running from? Thank you, American honey. Thank you, redhead. There was something else somebody else should say. She made him come up with Victor. She made him come up with Victor and Shanice to match her. I think they were to match hers because from the get-go, Gypsy has like 5 alter egos and Nick has Victor. There's not another alter ego until right before the murder, and then Ruby comes out and Shaneri or whatever his name comes out. But Gypsy had 5 alter egos while he had like 2. So
Exactly.
And so I got
look,
this, and I
get
freaking
that.
stormed out of the room and was like, it's like probably
Something,
about 10
Shanice,
minutes till
Shaneri.
count, but I was like, I'm gonna call.
He was something
and
weird.
Figure out what to do because I'm like this. I knew it would happen eventually somehow.
Me too.
agreed. Agreed.
I
Me
thought
too,
that it was
baby.
gonna
I
be
mean-
him writing me himself.
Thank you,
Right.
Summer. Thank you.
Whenever I
Right.
opened it up and I saw the symbol, I'm like, oh my god.
Holy shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, Christy. Oh shit! Thanks, sister. Thank you. All right, who was that? Who sent that? I thought it said sister. Yeah, Sister Lindsay. Thank you. I forgot what I was gonna say because I got so excited. What was I gonna say?
Me too.
Forgot.
I
Me
thought
too,
that it was
baby.
gonna
I
be
mean-
him writing me himself. But
Right.
whenever I
Right.
opened it up and I saw the symbol, I'm like, oh my god.
Holy shit.
Right.
Yeah.
No worries. Thank you so
So,
much. That was
anyway,
so
Yeah,
cool.
that
Thank
scared
you.
the shit out of you.
I'm
Right.
pretty sure.
And
Look,
so, okay, what was your...
I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, so it's already, and I'm unmedicated, so it's like it's really hard for me to hold a thought anyway. My mind has 10 other things going on, and I'm trying to like keep up with the chat, make sure I say thank you, listen to this. So my damn, it's like pew pew pew, you know. It's hard.
Oh my God, girl. About
Has Nick ever spoken? He's done some interviews. There was a 2020 interview. He's also on one of the documentaries, and I want to say it's Killer Couples that he's on. And I will say that documentary kind of made me see Nick a little differently, because for one, it really shows you his state of mind. You know, his state of mind is just very juvenile, very childlike, and things like that. But also, he said stuff like, I would do it again, maybe not the same way, but I would do it again. You know, there was just a few little things that I was like, yeah, he needs to be in a mental ward. You know, he needs to be in a mental ward. So, in my opinion, it was from the room, because Christy says, otherwise, you would have been gone. And yeah, I guess it could be. I guess it could have been. Maybe she was in there. Maybe she was. Killer Couples, I think that one's on Netflix. You may have to Google it. It's been a minute. But she may have been in there. She very well could have been in there. My thing just went. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? My phone rang. Okay. My phone rang. Sometimes it'll mess up the thing.
Okay, I have one of my friends.
Enter the Shell-filled Lucky Sweeps.
I'm gonna get in trouble again for it. But yeah, she could have very well been in that room and not told anybody. And Nick's gonna cover for her. He's covered for her that last 11 years. He's not gonna tell on her if she was. He has some weird loyalty to Gypsy, you know, and I think that's another thing that shows how juvenile he is. Him hanging on to this weird thing he has with Gypsy when it's been forever, and she doesn't care about him. She used him. There's actually a interview where he says he thinks that she used him as a hitman. Gypsy didn't correct her and said, I was in the bathroom. Yeah, and another thing is, like I was saying earlier, when you tell somebody to get out of a room, especially if it's like your room, the bathroom, you don't say, hey, get out of that room. You're like, hey, get out the bathroom. Stop playing in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, E. So it's kind of odd that she said that room and not the bathroom, you know? I don't know. That's just a thought. You would think she would have said, if you would have came out that bathroom, you know. Okay. I think that's all of the recording. But Nick still believes that he had a spell on him. Yeah. And that's another thing. You know, Gypsy talks all that mess about how her mom put a cow tongue in a jar, wished she would never had happiness or find love or whatever. Gypsy was doing spells. She was having Nick cut on his hair, send him locks of her hair so she could do binding spells. So, yeah. They talk all that craziness about Dee Dee being a witch and being weird and da-da-da. It's Gypsy. It was Gypsy. But that was the end of the recording. I am going to be hopping off of here. We've been on here quite a little minute. But I hope everybody has a lovely, lovely Saturday. Did you hear that one about Gypsy and Christy Blanchard talking about the SD card? No. Whose page is it on? I'll hop off and go listen to that while I finish doing my little chores today. Whose page is that on? From my understanding, that SD card had never been played. From what it had never been looked at. And you know, they passed that camera around at Nick's trial. They passed that backpack that had the camera inside of it with the SD card around. They passed it around and nobody looked at it. They didn't even look at it and take it for evidence when they caught them. I don't know why, but they did not check the SD card. Did you see my message about Gypsy being called on Wild Hide? No, but is it on this page? When I get off, I'll check it. B. Nicole. Take a screenshot of your name so I won't forget.